Hey guys, it's Brooke here. I'm just going to do a little voice commentary, just to clear some things up from my previous videos that I've done. I'm so glad that my videos have helped people. I've been getting some positive messages, but I just want to clarify a few things just so people aren't confused about the things I'm promoting in my videos. I'm not promoting any satanic, demonic practices, okay? For me doing my research, and I've done years of research and lectures and reading books, to figure out what can really help people and what can't. And I just want to make something very clear. Because I know that there was a woman who came on my page talking about you need to test the spirits, you don't know what you're doing and all that bullshit. I'm just going to make it very clear about why people think that reading tarot and working with ancestors and working with nature to heal people is considered demonic. And I'm going to tell you right now the truth about these lies and propaganda. Now, as you guys know, I'm a black person, right? I'm an African person. I was born in New Jersey, but I have roots going back to Barbados, Trinidad, and probably the islands, some parts of the islands, and African ancestry. I did my research. I wanted to know, because what came naturally to me growing up was working with nature and healing. And this was far beyond before I actually did my studying. This came natural to me, but everything that came natural to me was considered demonic in some of these religions, like me using plants and herbs to heal, doing prayer, meditation, lighting candles, reading tarot and stuff. That shit came natural to me when I was a child. But I was taught my whole life it was demonic. I need to get down with these religions. So I try these religions. And to be honest with you, I'm going to be straight up real. The more that I practiced these religions, the more I felt oppressed and the more I was attacked by demons. It wasn't until I actually did correct research where I realized these religions don't work for me. Now, imagine yourself like this. You're a slave during the times of slavery. You're taken from your homeland because the African people were highly advanced spiritual people. They didn't need religions. Before Christianity didn't exist forever. That was invented later in time. You guys got to remember that. I worked in the museum and they have an Egyptian exhibit. And I did reading. I wasn't just standing in the museum. I was actually reading things. And Christianity was brought to the Kemites or the ancient Kemetic traditions. It was invented later. Christianity is a composite of multiple spiritual beliefs from different people throughout the world. Is there truth in there? Yes. Is there good stuff in there? Yes. But there's also a lot of stuff that's not accurate. And it doesn't make sense for certain types of people to believe in it, especially African people. Because before Christianity, African people work with nature. They study death. What they found out with death is that it's a process to help spirits. They understood that consciousness exists after death. They did very thorough ceremony to make sure that someone remembers that they're dead, because sometimes people forget that they're dead. And that they can help them guide the spirit back to getting to the source or wherever they have to do in the spiritual journey. So these African people were extremely advanced astronomers, extremely advanced spiritually, mathematics and science and stuff. Were they perfect? Probably not. But they didn't need all these religions. Actually, their spiritual beliefs had more thorough rules than some of these religions. There's about over 30 spiritual principles that you have to follow, and if you don't follow those things, you're out of sync with nature and life. So it's very strict. It's not like you can just do whatever the hell you want. No, that's not what they're promoting. But let me just explain this here. So what ended up happening is during slavery, when the Africans were put on the slave ships and everything, and the Africans had their own spiritual beliefs. So they're on these slave ships and they're suffering and they're chained up and they're under terrible conditions. And some of these Africans would do ritual to ask their ancestors who have passed for help. And they would do these rituals, and these ancestors would see what the oppressors were doing to them, and they would actually come and attack these slave owners. So the slave owners thought that the stuff that the African people were doing was demonic, which if you look in the perspective of an African person who's in chains on a slave ship doing ritual, you realize that, oh my God, this person's not practicing demonic practices. They're just trying to get help because they're being oppressed. They're trying to call on their ancestors and the Most High for help, angels. And the angels that they called on and the ancestral guardians attacked the slave owners, and they just started to consider that demonic practices. So they oppressed the African people in their original spiritual beliefs. That's why a lot of African people be like, I don't mess with that voodoo. I was like, so what's so demonic about voodoo? So I did some research to figure out what the hell are they talking about. And I've understood through my research that why are most African spiritual practices, which such as voodoo and energy work and all this stuff, is considered demonic in these religions. You know why? Because the ancestors attacked the slave owners that were doing harm to these African people during slavery, and they knew that these rituals were working, and they wanted to stop that, so they forced African people to learn Christianity. It does what I don't understand how Christianity can help an African person. Did you know that your ancestors got their ass beat every day if they did not study the Bible? If you did what was natural to you, you were burned and whipped and chained, because the slave owners knew that that shit works, that those African people do. And the African people, they know spiritual principles. They walk in Ma'at. They're not praying demons on people with their spiritual beliefs. No, they just were tired of being oppressed in this world. So they summoned some ancestors for help. So look at it on that perspective. If you see it in that perspective, you realize, oh, so they weren't just doing demonic shit just to do it. They just wanted some help. They just wanted the oppression to stop. That's it. Imagine yourself being on a plantation and you're getting your ass kicked every day just because you're black. And you sit there and you do your rituals so that the universe can help you get through that during your time on earth, because these people knew that they're supposed to be on earth to learn and to grow spiritually, but because they're being oppressed by slavery and racism, they're calling on the spirits for help. Now, I'm telling you straight up, if it weren't for our ancestors who came back to kick these oppressors' ass, and I'm not racist or anything, I'm just saying what it is, okay? The people who enslaved African people, the ancestors came back to kick their ass, and they're calling it demonic and demon worship, which when I did my research, I learned that it's not demonic. It's actually natural to certain types of people. Native American people have practices that are ancient to them. Black people have that. African people, Sumerian people, Mesopotamia, these people had their ancient spiritual beliefs, and they utilized these things to help them deal with oppression from other countries. So if you look at the perspective of a slave who was highly spiritual, taken from their country or their continent, put somewhere else, force-fed some religion, taught that everything that comes natural to you is demonic, because they knew that they were getting their ass kicked by them ancestors. When they go to sleep at night, they open their eyes and an ancestor would be standing right by their bed, tormenting them because of what they're doing to African people on a daily basis. That's not demonic. There's justice in the universe. You just can't get away with slavery and not get your ass kicked by the ancestors. You just can't do it. So think about it from that perspective. So these religions don't make sense to certain races of people. If the Native Americans were highly in tune to nature, they used to talk to trees and shit like that for guidance and healing, and then people come into their country or their land telling them, you got to believe in what we believe in and all this other bullshit, then you start to understand, wait a second, this stuff was not demonic. They were just trying to cover their ass. Think about it like that. Think about it. These rituals and these prayers and stuff, they got people through slavery. All right. But the slave master, and I'm not racist again, I want to make that clear because I don't want anyone to be like, oh, so are you racist? No, I have white people in my family and they're great people and they're lovely people and they understand what I'm talking about. They're smart people. They don't disagree with what I'm saying. As an African person, Native American person, an indigenous person, if you have indigenous ancestry, you know what your ancestors had to do to deal with the oppression. They summoned the spirits. Not no demons and all this Hollywood bullshit. This is bullshit. Wake up out of the matrix. They're teaching you, these people are teaching you that your spiritual practices are natural to you, that are demonic, because it's attacking their ass and it's stopping their matrix system. So they teach you through religion, oh, reading tarot is demonic, doing rituals is demonic, praying and meditating is demonic, yoga is demonic, everything's fucking demonic. You know what's not demonic? They're fucking oppressive religions. Isn't that funny that everything's demonic besides their religions that oppress people? Think about it. Do your research. The information is there. Don't let them scare you anymore. A lot of African people are genetically afraid because of all the beating. Their genetic memory is telling them, oh, I better go to religion because I'm going to go to hell. What the fuck you mean you're going to go to hell? We're already in fucking hell. Did you know that everything in the lower realms, and I've been to the lower realms, everything that happens in the lower realms is happening on earth right here, right now? Rape, torture, pillaging, and killing. And unspeakable acts of evil are happening on earth. What makes you think there's a difference between hell and earth? The only difference is in hell, it's a lot worse than what it is here, but it's the same shit going on. What do you mean I'm going to go to hell if I pray to my ancestors for help? Because I'm tired of being oppressed. What else am I supposed to do? The system is racist. They're telling me everything that comes natural to me, like speaking to nature, working with the wind, air, fire, and water, and connected to the universe is demonic because they don't want us learning our shit so we can get the fuck out of this matrix. It's the very thing they tell you not to do. Don't do that shit. Come to church. Keep giving your fucking money to these churches because some of these churches is just a business. You got to understand that shit. God don't care if you're at a damn church or if you're in a box somewhere. If you're paying homage to the Most High, no matter where you are, they appreciate that. You got to wake up. I'm tired of explaining myself that this shit ain't no demonic. This shit saved my people from oppression and slavery that we had to go through for so many years. Still going through racism. Imagine if you have to go to a job and you have someone telling you to cut your locks. But my locks are fucking natural. Why the fuck I gotta cut my locks and believe in someone else's religion that is not helping me in my life? Think about that shit. I did this stuff since I was a kid. That's how I know it's genetic memory. This stuff helped me in my life. You know when the demons stop attacking me was when I stopped praying to these crazy ass religions and shit I didn't understand. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to attack nobody's religion or anything like that, but you got to think about it from a Native American perspective, a Native perspective, or a African perspective. Like, yo, my people didn't have to do all of this, and they were more spiritually connected to the universe than anybody from during the past, and people are now. People are so confused. Whatever's native, a lot of people have ancient practices. They have the Celtic, I think it's the Celtic magic and all this stuff. Why are you going to let somebody from another country who don't know your struggle tell you what's demonic and what's not? Think about that. Because my whole life I'm a witch and all this stuff, but my magic helped me get through oppression. I was bullied in school. I was bullied. I was made fun of because I'm black. I have a white ass nose. That's just my genetics. I've been made fun of my whole life, but when I did my magic and spoke to my ancestors, they helped me get through that when nobody else was there. And it's not no demons. The only time I saw demons is when I was believing in these weird religions that have nothing to do with my ancient people and their practices and their spiritual understanding. So understand that. I'm not hating on no one's religion. If it helps you, it helps you. But don't oppress me because I'm doing what's natural inside. Same thing with Native people. You know, the Native Indians and all that stuff. They have their spiritual beliefs that help them get through the invasions of other countries. Okay? I'm not, nothing on my channel. I'm not trying to promote anything demonic. If I feel like something was demonic or whatever, I would stop. Because I don't want anyone to get attacked by anything like I have. The only time I was getting attacked by stuff was because I didn't know what I was doing spiritually. Whatever was coming to me naturally, I wasn't tapping into it. I was denying it. A little voice in my head would say, Brooke, you need to burn some sage. Brooke, you need to do a tarot reading. Brooke, you need to do some water magic, like soak yourself in water and cleanse your thoughts. And I would hear these voices in my head. I'm like, nah, man, you know, my religion is telling me that this is demonic. You don't want to do that. And then when I actually did the research, I realized, yo, the ancestors were trying to hook me up to protect my ass from this oppression. And I'm sitting here calling it demonic. And then the ancestors probably got upset and had to scare me a few times, or I actually got attacked by demons because I didn't know what I was doing spiritually. I was just looking at some religions or whatever of other people from other countries, from other religions telling me what's best for me. And I'm like, I'm a black person in America. I need all the fucking help I can get. So if the ancestors want to help me and protect me from this oppression and racism, then I let them do it. Fuck all that demonic shit. All right? You gotta look into the mind of, imagine you live in a country and you have spiritual beliefs that your ancestors have been doing for years, and it works, and it's in the text, and someone else from another country comes in and tells you that all the shit that you're doing is demonic. Just think about that. Do your research, okay? Research what the ancient people used to believe in before these organized religions, and you'll understand that people were genuine. They did not want to work with no demons, okay? Nobody wants to fucking work with no demons. And another thing I want to point out here is, in a lot of my videos, people see orbs. That's how you know that I'm not bullshitting. I know what I see is real. I don't put no special effects, nothing in my videos at all. So I'm not here to fake. I'm the real deal. I'm not here for fucking likes and views and stuff. I'm really trying to bring this information to people so people can understand and stop oppressing yourself. Stop doing things because it's popular and we're in someone else's country. My people are not from this country. So everything that people believe in this country is not native to me. So that does not mean I'm demonic. All right? I'm sick and tired of people calling me demonic. It's getting on my fucking nerves. Just people just don't understand. Ever since I've been going to my temple, the tarot is mandatory at my temple. They don't care. They don't believe in all this bullshit that's out here. And ever since I've been going to my temple, there is no energy. When I go to my temple, I feel a powerful, powerful energy. A healing energy from my actual ancestors. Like, bitch, it's about fucking time you started waking up and listening to... We've been trying to talk to you your whole life. Like, stop believing this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so orbs are flying around in my videos. It could be dust sometimes. I'm not sure. Sometimes the room is a little dusty and you might see that on camera. But, you know, I could tell the difference between some orbs and some dust. Because usually dust will just, you know, float around a little bit. Orbs make specific movements. Like, they make conscious movements. So it's a little different. Yeah, there's orbs flying around in my videos. And it's not special effects or anything. All videos are recorded in real time. So I know that when I'm in spirit, the orbs be flying around because that's my energy. Or I'm connected to something that's flying around. It's excited. You know, it's not always demonic. We got to get out of this fear. Did you know that fear attracts demons? So the more we're afraid of the spiritual, we start to see demons and all this shit. And yeah, I mean, when I see my people, African people, just denying what's natural to them without doing the research, like, why do I feel like I want to burn sage and all this stuff? And why do I feel like I want to go outside and connect with the sun and stand outside with the sun and talk to the sun telepathically? Why do I want to do these things? Because it's fucking natural to my people. What the fuck is wrong with that? Oh, no, you don't want to stare at the sun. It's demonic. Oh, no, you don't want to pray to this and that because it's demonic. What the fuck are you talking about? Do your fucking research. I'm not explaining myself anymore. If someone comes to my channel with that bullshit again, I will just say it again. Listen, do your research. I'm not going to explain. I did my research. I've been researching this for over 10 years, trying to figure out why is it that everything that comes natural to me is demonic to people? And I found the answer. I prayed on this every day, and the answer was this. You're believing in someone else's culture that is not relevant to your struggle. That's the problem. My ancestors have been trying to speak to me for years, but I'm so caught up in this religion and all this stuff that it's not relevant to my struggle. So people don't know what it's like to be oppressed and enslaved by another races of people the way my people understand. So they use magic and spell and energy work to get help from the divine order so we could continue to do our spiritual lessons. Because, like, how the fuck am I going to do spiritual lessons if I'm getting my ass beat every day by a slave owner? Think about that shit. People come to earth to learn, not to be oppressed and treated like shit. So the ancestors attacked these slave owners and they called it demons. No, don't fuck with that voodoo and shit. That's demonic. No, it's demonic to you because you're getting your ass kicked by the spiritual realm for being a piece of shit. Everybody has ancient culture. You know, I know there's Irish, you know, ancient spiritual practices, Irish magic. I know Bobby Hemmett talked about that. That's very powerful magic. Celtic magic, Native American magic, African magic. There's blonde hair, blue eyed aliens and stuff like that. I mean, everybody has a genetic link to a powerful energy. Don't let nobody tell you what's natural to you. Going outside and praying with nature. Don't let nobody tell you that's demonic. That's good. You need to do that. You need to listen to the tree. The tree want to say hi to you. What's up? Plants used to say hi to me. I used to stop and feel an energy burst from a leaf. I'm like, oh, hey. People used to look at me like I'm crazy. She must be that autistic chick. No, the fucking plant was just trying to say what's up. That's it. Wait, what the fuck? The tree just want to say hi. Or a rock. Like, rocks are very wise beings. They've been here for a very long time. Sometimes they just want to say what's up and give you some energy. I said, thank you, dude. This stuff might sound crazy to some people because they're so locked into these belief systems that were forced upon folks. Like, because you got to understand something. Back in the day, it's either you believe in our religion or we kill you and your family. Now, what are you going to do? But now, because of all the spiritual help we've been getting, for people to actually say, fuck, I'm tired of being oppressed. We're getting a lot of spiritual help. And now we're not as oppressed as we used to be. People are not on a plantation anymore. I mean, there's higher, more sophisticated ways of slavery. I'm not doubting slavery still doesn't exist, because it does. But we actually have more range to actually do spiritual work. We don't have to be on a plantation or anything like that. You can run your own business. There's more opportunity. You know, things are a lot better, you know. So like I said before, I'm not trying to bash any race of people. There's lots of different types of people in my family. Spanish people, white people, and they're all good, intelligent people. I'm not knocking anybody, but you got to understand something. If something comes naturally to you, like if you like to just take a bath and pray in water and stuff like that, and someone's telling you, no, that's that demonic. No, everything at my temple that they told me to do is the shit that something's been telling me to do my whole life, but I've been oppressing it because no, but in the religion it says I can't do this, but they're looking at me in the temple like, no, man, you're supposed to do that, so you don't get attacked by demons. See, they don't want you to know the real shit. In the mystery schools, they burn the mystery schools down. They destroyed the information because they don't want people to get real healing. They want people to be oppressed and locked in the matrix. So, guys, just do your own research. Don't just say, oh, it's demonic, it's demonic. I found a lot of helpful stuff in the occult that you're supposed to be doing. All right? Now, there's a lot of stuff that's not right. Like, your common sense will tell you, no, I don't think I should kill my friend to get $1 million. You know, I mean, just use your fucking common sense. Why would you mess with shit like that? And then you don't understand why you're being attacked by demons. You don't do that type of shit. You don't kill another life for your own material gain. You don't take another animal's life. I mean, if you want to eat animals, that's fine. But to be honest with you, just speaking real truth, when you don't eat animals, because when you eat a lot of flesh, it does put weight, spiritual weight on you. If you could try to cut down on that, or just cleanse your body. The more, when you eat animals, you just cleanse your body out, a little bit more. But there's a reason why people are saying these things. They're not trying to tell you to be a certain way. We could do whatever we want. Remember Aleister Crowley, do what thou wilt? Yeah, you can do whatever you want, but there's fucking consequences. There's consequences to your actions. The consequences are a teacher. Pain is a teacher, like, yo, bro, you're not supposed to be doing that. So the universe will kick your ass. So if you go around making fun of people and talk a shit about people and being a bully, the universe is going to bully your ass. You're going to see some demons. You're going to get your ass kicked. People are going to hate you. But if you actually treat people with respect, you do your best to follow principles that help you be more aligned and in tune with your heart and your spirit and your soul. Take care of your body as best as you can. Now, we're not perfect, man. I mean, I love potato chips, dude. And from time to time, I might smoke a cigarette out of stress. They don't expect you. One of the best spiritual teachers, some of the best spiritual teachers were just rebels, Dick Gregory, he said he used to smoke a pack of Newport every day and drink scotch every day. And then one day he said, this shit ain't right. I'm going to try to start eating healthier stuff. Nobody's fucking perfect. You don't gotta be a spiritual master like I'm holier, holier than thou and shit. Like, no, nobody's perfect. You don't have to be perfect to get right. Just do your best. And don't let nobody tell you that, you don't need to do what's natural to you. You need to believe in what I believe. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Do your research. Please, I was extremely ignorant in some of the things I believed in. I was scared. Some of these religions scared me so bad that I developed PTSD. But when I actually started doing real research, thank God for the internet, there's a lot of people who have died to get these mystery schools information out. They don't want us to learn this stuff. Can you think to yourself, like, why are they trying so hard to get us to not want to learn anything, just accept what we're being told and just be good, obedient workers, like what George Carlin said? Why do you think they're trying to oppress what's natural to us? Because they know that spiritual works. And they've been getting attacked by demons. These people have been getting attacked by real ferocious demons. And they're like, man, we gotta stop these African people from doing this voodoo. They're doing that shit to get your ass. Because some of these African countries, they have no clean water and their whole land is being raped. So all they got, they don't have no money, they have no food. All they got is spiritual. And the spiritual forces are hearing their pain. And like, we'll deal with these oppressive forces. And then these oppressive forces are seeing more demons than anybody. Trust me. They're getting their ass kicked real bad. And that's good. Because they have to. Because sometimes people don't get it. We try to be nice. We try to be civil. We try to be peaceful. But we can't be passive. Sometimes a person just got to get their ass whooped to understand, man, maybe I should stop enslaving countries now. And let people live. People don't get to that point till they get their ass whooped a few times. So, I'm not promoting violence and shit like that, but think about it like this. If someone comes into your house and tries to kill your kids, and what are you going to do? Just say, well, I'll pray in the name of such and such that we have peace and stuff. Like, no, you get up and you fight. You should pray for your neighbors. You should love everybody. You love your enemies. That's good. But I'm not going to let somebody whoop my ass if they try to whoop my ass without defending myself or putting up a fight or something. We got to stop being pacified. The teacher is being pacified. Pacify them. These people are evil. They be like, look, let's take away what these indigenous people believe and give them our religion. Because certain religions serve certain groups of people. You gotta understand that. I know a lot of people who agree with what I'm saying. A lot of people who used to be pastors in churches are turning their back on religion because they're starting to understand, because their ancestors are getting upset. I'm like, bro, why are you believing in this shit? Did you know that I was beaten every single day for this shit, and you go into this damn church every day for something I got beat over my whole life? Makes the ancestors sad. When I did my research and learned that stuff, like there was a slave ship called the Jesus of Lubeck, and they used to force slaves to stop believing in what they believe in, to pray to other people's gods. That's when I started realizing, yo, this is some bullshit. My whole life been lied to. My whole fucking life been told how to be and how to live, and it's completely opposite of who I am soulfully. Everything if I be soul, live in soul, and live real and live true, then I'm demonic. I'm a terrible fucking person. Wow. I hope, guys, that you guys find your way and peace in whatever you believe in. If the religion helps you, that's fine. I'm not trying to take that away. I don't want to be like the oppressors. So if your religion helps, it helps. But a lot of these religions out here did not help me. So I tried to find a more natural approach. Herbs, medicine, healing, temple, tarot cards. Tarot cards are always right and accurate. They helped me a lot in my life see what was going on with myself that was wrong. Some of the time, the tarot said some shit that I was like, damn, I can't believe. The truth hurts, but it's real. All right? Some of my tarot cards, I got the Four of Cups. Said I was greedy, never appreciated what I have. I always want more. That's real shit. Got the tarot card of Temperance. I have trouble with moderation. I'm either too extreme. I didn't want to see that, but I had to. It was true. It was real. It was accurate. Okay? Now I know what to do and what path to walk in my life, instead of being straight lost and letting other people tell me what's wrong with me. Everyone knows what's wrong with them. You gotta look within. Don't let nobody tell you you're wrong for what you believe naturally. Now, if you believe I'm gonna drink blood and kill people and rape people, now that's not. Just use your common sense. If what you're doing is not hurting nobody, you're trying to do better and better yourself, get connected with the Most High, get connected with nature, you know, that's a positive thing. There is a God. There's a sacred feminine. There's a sacred masculine. There are lots of extraterrestrial beings. Don't let nobody tell you there's no aliens. There's lots of fucking aliens. Inner Earth and from the stars and in other dimensions. We're not the only people in the universe. Stop with that bullshit. You know why they tell you that? It's like a kid in a playpen. They tell this kid, this is your only world. And they keep you in this nursery. And they tell you everything in this room is your world. But then you step outside for the first time. I'm like, my whole life, I've been told that this little